Hello, good evening. My name is David from Cyclist Driving School of Motoring. Today's video is about nighttime driving. So make sure once you get in your car, make sure all the lights are turned on so you can see safely and you can also see other road users. Remember, the main thing driving in the night time, as you know, visibility is very reduced, so you have to be careful. Still drive at the appropriate speed limit. Some places you may have to go slower just for the fact that it's more narrow, and just take your time but be confident in your driving. So I'm just gonna move off and just put into practice what I've said. So prepare the car, do my all-round observation checks, 6-point checks. I'm not giving any signal because no one benefits from it. Taking the next road on the right, male signal right, looking to the road to make sure it's safe before I go into there. Then I'm going to take the next road on the left, male signal right. Put the wipers on because it's raining a bit. So now if it rains enough, that's going to make it even worse in the sense of like it's dark, plus the floor may get more wet, and if it does, the member's you're gonna have to use your 4-second gap. Next road on the right, center mirror, offside mirror, signal right, position close to the center line, look into the road to make sure it's safe, and it's turn into the junction safely, enter the road, turn left. So on center mirror, near side mirror, signal left, prepare to slow down and stop for any pedestrian about to cross or waiting to cross. There's no one there. So I look to my immediate right and also left to make sure the left is safe. It's safe after this motorbike on my right. Proceed with caution, but this road can get very narrow. So progress straight away. That way keep the flow of the traffic moving. As you can sort of, there's a vehicle in front of me with its lights on. Sometimes they may just pull out without giving any signal. So slow down because the car's still coming, and stop. And this is the very same thing what I was talking about. Because it's dark, the road may it may get narrow, so be prepared to go a little bit slower, drive to the conditions. So when it's dark like that, as you can see, sometimes people still take risks, or they may do it not a risk. It's just the way they drive. But you need to be keeping your safety margins from parked vehicle, which is 1 meter or 3 feet from the curb. So go through now this space and make progress. Now, as you can see, zebra crossing ahead. It's clear, but approaching slow, just in case. Because now the worst thing is, people could be wearing dark clothing. Like the geezer on my right, you could barely see him. And so the same thing may happen with a cyclist, where black clover, look, pedestrian walking out in front of me. So off the gas nice and early. So this is what you have to watch out for. It's more easier with vehicles because they got lights on. Not all vehicles may put their light on. They may have forgot to put it on for whatever reason. So it's going to be harder for you to see them in time, even though your headlights may be on. Now, lights on green, prepare to slow down and stop in case they change to red. Left hand bend, position to the right, get a better view of the road ahead. Vehicle slowing down ahead. Bus is parking up. I'm going to consider to overtake it, so I'm going to change the 7th gear, so it's not safe to overtake. So I'm going to keep a safety distance here, close to the center line so I can see up the road. Here you go, motorcyclist filtering through on the left. So I'm going to overtake, checking all my mirrors, signal right. Watch out for anyone like pedestrian crossing in front of the bus. The bus put the signal on just after overtake. Right, and then position left. Lights on green, prepare to slow down and stop. Yeah, so with pedestrian, it's at night time it's more risky, especially if they just walk out at the last second, or literally dart right out in front of you without any warning. It can be very hazardous, and or if not hazardous, catastrophic. Now I see something here with white. I see white lights. Now the white lights have come off. That's going to be inside in the state. But from a distance, you literally can't see that. You see, because your visibility is tremendously reduced. So I need to be observing all around. There's a cyclist. I don't know if you can see in the camera to the far right, on the pavement with no lights on. I can't literally see the cyclist in the sense the actual person. I just see the bicycle and the spokes left at the light center mirror, near side mirror, signal left, tyres and tarmac. Second gear. Prepare to slow down and stop in case oncoming traffic takes my priority. And that's another thing. They may take your priority. So remember, be accommodating. Just let them go. Keep it simple. Never fight for your priority. Just let them go. It keeps it simple. That way there's no arguments. Who's in the right, who's in the wrong. Just stay nice and calm. Zebra crossing ahead. There's two zebra crossings ahead, but separate from one another. It's a split one, as you can see. Two flashing Felician beacons. Look, pedestrian crossing. They're not on the crossing, but they're near the crossing. One's got black clothes on, and one's in grey. Next road on the right, centre mirror, offside mirror, signal right, position to the right. So vehicles behind can keep going ahead. So that way I can keep the flow of the traffic moving. I mean the hatchet markings. This is here for me to protect me, to keep me safe. So also to keep the flow of the traffic moving. Now look at the blind spot check before I go. Definitely blind spot check. Never know. Anything could be overtaking me in my blind spot area. That's good to see a cyclist. It's got lights on. Pedestrian crossing in front of me with dark clothing. As you can see, there's a bus. It's more than like it's taking up my road, so I slow down. I still go, but just with caution. Now I make progress. That's all you want to do. When you see large vehicles like that, don't be afraid. Just continue if it's safe. If you need to go slower, just go slower. That's all. Just keep it simple. If you need to stop, stop. Now the floor's wet, not that much wet. So I'm going to keep roughly between 3 to 4 second gap on the vehicles in front. Lights up ahead of me on green. May change the red by the time I get there. And then watch out also for pedestrians crossing at this pedestrian crossing. Be prepared to slow down and stop if they don't wait for me on green. Bus is stopping, so I'm planning. The plan is to overtake if it's safe. So I'm selecting second gear or third. Check mirror, centre mirror, offside mirror, signal right, position all the way to the right. Watch out for pedestrian crossing in front of the bus. Looks in their side mirror, counts the signal. When you're coming back in from overtaking, you don't need to give a left signal because you've got to come back to the left. Because you drive on the left side of the road. So people know you're going to come back to the left. Because it's unlikely to overtake and then stay on the wrong side of the road and turn right. There you go, see pedestrian in the dark ahead of me. With dark clothing, another zebra crossing ahead. So I'm just scanning. Zebra crossing is clear, plus junctions to my left and right. It's clear. The wipers on so I can see safely. Again. And I'm going to keep it on the 2-speed. Keep the glass clean. so that way my visibility is not reduced. I hope you can hear me speaking. The wipers making so much racket, so to speak. Now if the glass leaks up, I'm prepared to put the heating on the windscreen just to keep away any steam. Right and bend, position left, mirrors first, left at the lights, center mirror, near side mirror, signal left, position as I am, gently brake, clutch to the floor, tires and tarmac. Voila! Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Right, so prepare the car, check all my mirrors, and then go. Second gear, look into the road, make sure it's safe as I'm going around this left turn. Bus lane coming up. Let's see what the time is. It says not between 7 and 7. At this time now, it's literally after 7. It's 8:31. So after the junction, I'm going to go in the bus lane. Mirror signal left. Go in the bus lane. So now, this is my normal driving position. So people in the right, so they can overtake. Now this way, I keep the flow of the traffic moving. So always remember as well, if you're on your driving test, or even if you're not on the driving test, if the bus lane is open for operation, you must use it so you can keep the flow of the traffic moving. So, because what you don't want is people to be going to the left lane so that to undertake. So if you stay in the right hand lane, you're just going to encourage people to drive badly. I know it's down to them, they should be knowing what the right thing is to do, but you're literally encouraging them if you don't use the bus lane. Obstruction, so offside mirror check, position right, so I can still go in this bus lane. I can, but I can see it's merging, so there's no point going into the bus lane. It's merging into one lane, no point. I'm further ahead. There's a bus lane sign there. Could be wrong, but it looks like you cannot use that at any time. And I'm going to be turning off right shortly, so there's no point in me going over to the right. Lights is changing, so prepare the car ready to go. Check all my mirrors, go with caution. There's a vehicle on my left. Still make progress, but I keep an eye on it in case it cuts me out. I was correct. It says yeah, bus lane can't use that any time. I stay positioned to the center as I am. Surprised I spotted that. It said at all times you can't use it. So I'm doing something right. I'm eating plenty of carrots. So I'm going to follow road signs to Crystal Palace and Penge and Signal. So it's telling me I need the right hand lane. So it's telling me the road is going to split. If you look on the direction information sign. prepare the car ready to go so I don't roll back. Get the biting point nicely. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Mirror signal right to say I'm going to change lanes. Cancel it because I've changed lanes. Now I'm going to turn right at the lights. So I'll check my mirrors. Signal right. Now what I'm going to mention about here, about turning right and giving a signal, even though I'm in the right signal, I say to people, it does not say in the highway code or the driving essential skill book, because there's a filter, you don't need to not give a signal. And you also got on the driving test report unnecessary signals as well, because I can understand in some places where there's a filter and it's a dedicated lane, you can say fair enough, but this is not dedicated lane, as you can see with the road markings. If it was a filter and you could literally only turn right, then you could say fair enough why a right signal is not given. Now, I speak to examiners in the past. Only one say, and I'm with him. He says someone could be in the area, they don't know the area, so they can benefit from that signal. And I concur. I definitely concur. I do. If you notice, no one gave a signal in front of me. Most people don't. So I'll put the back wipers on. Pedestrian ahead, prepare to slow down and stop, go slower, give them more time, space and distance, prepare to slow down and stop, especially when they're ready to pull out in front of me like this. So it's telling me 12% steep hill, so I'll keep it in second gear, so that way the car doesn't struggle up the hill. Warn me of roundabout ahead, so set the mirror, offside mirror, signal right to turn right. Look to my right, it's an open junction, I can keep going. So near side mirror check, signal left, and then counter the signal once I'm in the off the roundabout. Now what I notice most people don't do when they're leaving a mini roundabout, they don't give a signal. Now if you read the highway code, it tells you apply the same rules. Even though I'm not mentioning zebra crossing because I'm speaking about the roundabout, I can see that was clear. Now, with mini roundabout, you apply the same rules as you would to a large roundabout. So the rules are nothing different when you're leaving a roundabout, when you're turning left, going ahead, or whatever you may do. Apply the same rules. If you speak to an examiner, they will tell you it's definitive what I'm saying. Some people will say for whatever reason, oh, no signals necessary. Well, if you look in the highway code or driving essential skill, it tells you otherwise. Now, zebra crossing, I'm scanning it, I can see that it's clear. Split single crossing. Also keeping up to date. Right and bend, position to the left, get a better view of the road ahead. No need to reduce speed because it's not a sharp bend. Left and bend, position right, junction left and right, zebra crossing is clear. Another zebra crossing ahead of me, I can see it's clear, even though it's dark. crossing again. It's clear. The bus was in my way. That's why I didn't say clear straight away. Front windscreen starting to steam up slightly. So put the heating on the glass. And then open the window a bit. Get some ventilation. That would help for stop steaming up the windows. Bus lane, cannot use it. Not open for operation. Put the wipers on the window. Now the roundabout here, it's a double one. It's left lane, basketball left. Cancel the signal. I'm going to turn right the roundabout. Now I don't know if you noticed on the road markings, you can take the left lane to turn right also. You can. So if there's two lanes to turn right, even if it's a roundabout or not, ideally stick to the left of the two. The reason being, after you turn right, your left lane is going to become your left lane once you exit the roundabout, so you're naturally in your normal driving position. So after I turn right at the roundabout, this road is actually a 30. It shows it on the lamppost. It shows you on the lamppost, the one with the picture of the camera, but not the one with the actual speed limit to say it's 30 now. You don't actually see it until you see the 30 speed limit literally on the camera. Turn down the heating a bit so I don't cook in the car. Crack the window a little bit more, get a bit more ventilation. With the motorbike. So even though it's got his lights on, he's literally all in black. Ideally, he should have some fluorescent colours on his helmet or clothing. For me, that light on the motorbike is just not enough. Not enough. Another motorbike on my left. Make progress. So it's important that you check your mirrors before you move off. Now slow down for the bus. You can see he's going to pull out regardless. You can see he wasn't going to stop for love. He ain't going to stop for love nor money. So I just hold back. Look to my right. Go around to my right. Make progress. Lights on red. No need to keep making progress too much. Only have to slow down and stop. I'll stop at the first line here and leave space for the cyclist. So handbrake, neutral. Leave it in first gear if you're the first car or second car. So if the lights change to red, you're ready to go quickly and smoothly. So that way you can keep the flow of the traffic moving. As you can see, the lights is telling you if you're going to go ahead, you can only go ahead here. You cannot turn left or right. You may see in the camera to the right, it's literally one-way street. Lights have changed, all my mirrors, and now progress. Because the car's in front of me, I'm letting him go. There's no point in fighting for the spot. There's a car on my offside. He may want to try and squeeze through. I don't know what the bus is doing. That's holding back. Give myself safety margins. Keep scanning for people stepping out in front of me wearing dark clothing. Zebra crossing their head. Zebra crossing. It's clear. Left hand bend. Reduce speed. Proceed to the right to get a better view of road ahead. Lights on green. Watch out for pedestrians crossing the road there. There was one just before I spoke wearing dark clothing. Zebra crossing ahead. The scan the crossing, reduce speed. But the floor is wet. And not only because the floor is wet, if someone was there, literally it's going to take me longer to stop. I'd need to stop in the distance. I can see suitably clear. Another zebra crossing. I'm roughly doing here about 25, 26. Vehicle is slowing. Zebra crossing is cleared. And another zebra crossing. There's loads on this road, zebra crossing, and it's literally clear as well. Now see this junction on the left. Now I'm going to be prepared to slow down and stop, stand the crossing. It's clear. Yeah, you never know. They may pull out in front of me. May pull out, you just never know. Now slow down. Give myself a nice 2-4 second gap where the floor is wet. Crossing is clear. Another zebra crossing. Wow. I can scan it. I can see it's clear. Then at the traffic lights, I'm literally going to turn left. What I notice here, you can see on the sign up there, it says left. It says left. So mirror signal left. And then when the lights change, you've got a left filter. Also, it's telling you it's left. But with this left turn, it's almost literally like a slight left hand bend. It is with this left turn. And that's more than likely why most people don't give a signal. I noticed this vehicle in front is not giving their left signal, but the vehicle in front of that is giving their left signal, and the others are not giving no signal. You probably see it on the camera. Cancel my signal. Now warning sign of a left hand bend, also junction on the right. Prepare to slow down and stop in case the vehicle on my right, and just pause that regardless. I slow down because I can see he wants to go still, and also help him, because instead of leaving that vehicle in danger with oncoming traffic, that's what you don't want to do. So that would be disregard of the road users, because I can see it's coming out. So what I'm doing is I'm eliminate the what if. The worst thing is it's dark. Yes, I can see the car. The other worst thing is wet. There's a vehicle on my left, may pull out. There you go, low on the road. It's done the unthinkable. The floor is wet. Why would you do that? That's what it begs the question. It literally begs the question. You say to yourself, why would you do that? So, because I expected it to do it, I'm prepared to take action, and at the same time, don't give myself heart failure. Vehicle reverse lights on, it may just pull out as well. Be prepared to slow down. As you can see on the dash camera in the film, I reduce speed right at the light, setting the offside now, signal right. Tyres and tarmac, lights have changed. All the mirrors. Oh. And you wouldn't think people would do that because it's dark. It's harder for everyone to see. It's literally harder. The glass is sleeping up slightly, even though the heating is on. So what I do is turn up the heating a little bit more. Do the same thing on the driving test. If you need to clear the steam more, just turn up the heating more and open the window. Sometimes you can't open the window because it's a monsoon outside, meaning raining really hard. Zebra crossing, scanning crossing. It's clear. Be prepared to slow down and stop. Look at this, doing the unthinkable. I slowed right down, but staying nice and calm and not even angry. But you got to ask yourself, really? you got to say to yourself, really? And you say to yourself, who does that? Literally, who does that? What they're not saying to themselves, they must have a duty of care to themselves as well as other road users. So because they're not having duty of care to themselves, I must have duty care for them. I must keep them safe, even though they don't want to be kept safe, because their action implies they don't want to keep themselves safe by taking my priority regardless. Because remember, the floor is wet. It's going to take me too longer to stop, because water and the tires on the vehicle, they both don't agree. They don't go. That's like driving literally almost on the eyes. And they put it out in front of me while it's dark as well. What if I was the learner? They don't know, but you can obviously see they're not thinking about that. If they are, they don't care. And then all you do, just take action, stay nice and calm, and get on with the drive. Put it behind you. Just use it as a learning curve. Just anticipate it. That oncoming vehicle, they may take my priority and turn right in front of me. There you go. Lo and behold, as you can see on the dash cam, I'm slowing. I'm slowing just to let them go. Lo and behold, I should be a clairvoyant. No, it's true. It's true. I should be a clairvoyant. Offside mirror check. You got to expect the unexpected and remain calm. Put it behind you. Use it as a learning curve. Anticipate it. That way you can never be taken by surprise. Left hand bend, position right. Get a bit of the road ahead. Zebra crossing. Scanning it. It's clear. Let's continue to make progress. Put the wipers on double. Keep the glass nice and clear so I can see ahead of me. Right. Hill. Camera there. Not bothered about the camera. Same on the driving test and even after the test. Forget the camera. Just do the appropriate speed. Do the appropriate speed. That's all. You don't need to worry about if it's going to flash. So if it's there, you're not expected to just go slow because you need to keep the flow of the traffic moving. Now, another zebra crossing in front of me. It's a split one. I'm going downhill, so I'm going to gently brake because gravity and the weight of the vehicle is going to take me faster down the hill. Warning sign of a left-hand bend, so I'm going to reduce speed, position to right to get a better view. Now, medium roundabout, going to turn right. Center mirror, offside mirror, signal right. Position to the right as it's safe. Now this roundabout is a close junction, first gear, and now I go. I can definitely tell there's no one coming from the right, just for the fact I don't see any lights. I don't see any lights from my right. So that's why, in some ways, that's where you're laughing, so to speak. You see the lights shining on the floor, but sometimes you can't always go with that. But what can happen sometimes is that concentrate on this vehicle in front of me. What can happen is someone's forgot to put their lights on for whatever reason. Now I'm looking for someone to pull up on the left. Now I found somewhere, not quite. Yeah, I found somewhere. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to signal left and position left. It's a high curve. Handbrake, neutral, cancel the signal. Yeah, so sometimes you can't trust because you don't see no lights, no one's there. Sometimes someone may have forgot to put their lights on their vehicle, and then when you go and they go, it can be hazardous. It can be. So sometimes you can't trust that. But anyway, thanks for listening to the video. If you like, please subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment, any question you'd like to ask. Endeavour to try and do my best to get back to you, but I literally can't get back to everyone. But thanks for listening and have a nice evening. Thank you. Bye bye.